Hello everyone, and welcome to your Bermuda Break. My name is Jasmine De Silva, and I'm the Business Development Manager for Risk and Insurance Solutions at the Bermuda Business Development Agency. Bermuda has shown up in a big way at RIMS for the last 2 decades. And while we would love to be with you in person, we thought we'd try to bring you a little bit of our sunshine virtually. I need you to stay tuned because we'll be giving away 3 nights accommodation at the Hamilton Princess, where I am right now, and a trip to Bermuda. But first, I'm honored to present our Premier, the Honorable David Byrd.
Hello. The Risk and Insurance Management Society Annual Conference is the largest risk event of the year, and the government of Bermuda has been proud to support and engage with the risk community each year for the last 2 decades. For the first time, this conference has transitioned to a virtual experience. This will allow for connections with industry leaders in meaningful discussions and networking to happen safely while we continue to build the world of insurance. Thanks to all of us working together, Bermuda is open for business and has been throughout much of the pandemic. I commend the international business sector. You transitioned seamlessly during COVID-19 and supported the Bermuda government's efforts to keep our island safe. As we keep the island open for business, the government of Bermuda remains committed to supporting growth in the insurance and reinsurance industry, committed to continuing the valuable partnerships established over the years and establishing new connections at events such as RIMS. We are working hard to keep Bermuda at the forefront of commercial trends and continuing to drive innovation, whether it's through insurtech, digital assets, or risk management. I hope that you all enjoy the RIMS Conference 2021, and we look forward to seeing you all in Bermuda sometime soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Premier. We're also delighted to be joined by Bermuda's Minister of Finance, the Honorable Minister Dickinson.
Good day. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to RIMS Live 2021. Although we are unable to meet in person this year because of the pandemic, we are delighted to be able to engage with the RIMS team together with all of the participants virtually. Bermuda has an effective and efficient regulatory environment designed so that insurers can maintain and grow their businesses here. This is evidenced by the increase in net written premiums from $37.8 billion in 2018 to $45.9 billion in 2019. Net income increased to $11.3 billion with fewer catastrophe losses and realized capital gains despite the fact that the combined ratio was close to 100% at 99.6% in 2019. At the international regulatory standard setting level, the Bermuda Monetary Authority continues to participate in a decision-making capacity on the International Association of Insurance Supervisors. In the U.S., Bermuda was granted reciprocal jurisdiction status with effect from the 1st of January of 2020 from the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. Additionally, the NAIC completed its 5-year re-evaluation of Bermuda, and it has approved Bermuda as a qualified jurisdiction. Efforts such as these help to preserve and enhance Bermuda's recognition as a transparent, well-regulated, and cooperative jurisdiction. Bermuda-based insurers and reinsurers continue to show strong balance sheets and income statements. For the commercial sector, credit risk insurance and reinsurance and growth in mortgage insurance was driven by historically low delinquency rates in U.S. mortgage sector, as well as by increased participation of capital markets in underwriting risk. Although 2020 was a challenging year, the government of Bermuda is committed to helping Bermuda's insurance sector succeed in global markets. This is demonstrated by the number of new companies formed in Bermuda with sizable capital in 2020. It is our desire that the interest in Bermuda continues, especially during these unsettling times. Thank you, and I look forward to meeting again in person next year.
Thank you, Minister. And now we're going to engage in another Bermudian tradition, Rum Swizzle making. We have with us today Andrew Holmes. He's the brand director at Gosling's. And so he's going to take us through kind of how you make swizzle, and then we're going to drink the swizzle. but we're going to have a bit of history talk about Swizzle as well. So,
Absolutely. Swizzle is an iconic cocktail here in Bermuda, and it actually gets its name from the swizzle stick, which was used to stir the cocktail. But we have a tradition here in Bermuda started by the late Sheila Gosling of making rum swizzle in a washing machine.
Absolutely.
This is definitely a Bermuda original.
Absolutely.
And this is a 1964 Maytag Ringer washing machine. So this is what Sheila would use to make swizzle at her house in Shelly Bay for all of her friends. So we're going to show you the authentic Gosling's rum swizzle recipe. So I'm going to ask you to do the pouring. We're going to start with our flagship Gosling's Black Seal rum, as well as Gosling's Gold Seal. All right,
I'll
so
do
pour
the
the whole
honors.
thing in there, yeah. All right. So Swizzle is always a blend of black and gold rums. It helps to give complexity to the cocktail. We also add cocktail syrups, including falernum. Falernum is an almond and lime syrup that originates in Barbados, and then grenadine. All right, so now the Gold Seal, yeah.
Oh, so strong. There we go.
Amazing. So every Bermudian has their own secret recipe for rum swizzle, but as long as you got a lot of rum and a little bit of juice, you really can't go
That's
wrong.
right. It's the perfect combination. And the longer it sits, the better it tastes.
Well, that's it. It can ferment for weeks at a time, and
That's right.
usually during holidays, Bermudians will make rum swizzle at least a week in advance of the holiday. All right, let's start to add a little syrup. So the falernum, we're gonna add about half a bottle of that into the cocktail. All right, that's perfect.
That's enough.
Yeah, fancy.
There we
There
go.
you go, well done. All right,
I'm an
now
expert.
the next ingredient, grenadine. So this helps to give a little color to the swizzle as well. We don't want too much of this, so maybe about that much,
Okay.
yeah. So falernum's quite sweet as well, so it gives some sweetness to the cocktail. All right,
Fair
that's
enough.
perfect,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the juices. So here we have pineapple juice and orange juice. So we're gonna pour all these right in there.
Is there a perfect combination of pineapple versus orange?
I do a 50-50 ratio
Okay.
pineapple to orange, but again, it's all personal preference.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like some people taste more orangey, some taste more pineapple-y.
Yeah, and then some people put banana liqueur and other
Yeah,
ingredients
yeah,
in it,
absolutely,
and
okay.
apricot brandy and
So should I
fresh
put
salt.
this
Yeah,
one
we're gonna
in
dump
too?
them all
Okay.
in there. Yeah.
I know you're jealous. The entire point.
Yeah. What a beautiful day for rum swizzle
It
here.
is.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Almost done. We're gonna need help drinking this.
I think we got a few friends
Yeah.
to help us out.
Yeah.
That won't be a problem. Okay. So we've got almost everything in there. The last ingredient, Angostura aromatic bitters. You'll find these in every household in Bermuda right next to the Black Seal bottle. It's an essential ingredient in the swizzle.
How
So
many
it
am I
just
doing?
dashes in. We're gonna do like 20 or 30 dashes.
Oh,
Yeah, right
Put
in
it
there.
in
There
it.
you go,
Yeah,
there you
in
go. Yeah,
tell
keep
me when to
good.
stop.
All right, amazing. And that's our rum swizzle recipe there, according to
Simple.
Sheila Gosling. It's easy.
Is this the one you use?
Yeah. I use a couple different styles of swizzle when I'm making cocktails at home. I like to add fresh lime juice. That's another ingredient
Yeah.
that's good into the cocktail
Okay.
too. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how to mix it in the washing machine. So we got the lever here in the front. Now watch out, it's gonna splash.
Okay.
And off it goes.
So before we entered into RIMS today, we had sent you all an email with the ingredients of how to make your own swizzle at home. And so if you've been following along, you've probably gotten to the point where you have to mix it at this point and you don't have a great, big, wonderful washer. So Andrew, what are some tricks of the trade, some tips for them mixing it at home? What's some things that they should really look out for?
It depends on how many people you're entertaining for, but just having a nice large pitcher like this is ideal to build the swizzle in, and then you could give it a stir with a bar spoon or a swizzle stick. When I went to university, I bought a 5-gallon sports drink container.
Of course you did.
Which I think is ideal for batching rum swizzle in and sharing it with your friends.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there like a color that we're looking for? I feel like Swizzle Too Light is not good enough. They need to have it like, this is perfect.
Well, too light would indicate it doesn't have enough Black Seal rum.
Which it means it's not good swizzle.
Yeah, and Black Seal is the backbone of the rum swizzle. But the bitters also add a nice color, and the grenadine. I don't like to see it too red.
Okay.
So this is kind of a good color here.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. And as we said before, the longer it sits, the better it tastes. So don't think you have to rush to drink it now, which you may. But you can have it for all of, summer, spring, and it would still taste really good.
Yeah, just keep it refrigerated, and it'll hold in the fridge for months because of the rum content in the mixture.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Andrew, so beyond Swizzle, what's the other infamous Bermudian cocktail that we all enjoy?
The Dark and Stormy.
That's right.
Which is our national drink here in Bermuda. And the Dark and Stormy is made with ginger beer and Gosling's Black Seal rum. Ginger beer was introduced to Bermuda by the British Navy, and they began producing it up in the Royal Naval Dockyard. And it didn't take long for the locals to figure out what the ginger beer was missing.
Yeah.
A little bit of Black Seal rum. So I'm going to show you how the Dark and Stormy got its name.
Okay.
We're going to start with our barrel glass here and add some ice. Lots of ice. We want to get that drink nice and cold. And normally when you make a highball, you would add the spirit, then the chaser. And in this case, we're going to add the ginger beer to the mixture first. And then we're going to save some room on top to float the Black Seal rum. The rum floats on top of the ginger beer and looks like a storm cloud.
That's right.
So that's where the name Dark and Stormy comes from. Bermudians give everything a nickname. And Dark and Stormy was trademarked by the Goslings on June 9th, 1980. So it's over 40 years that the trademark for Dark and Stormy has existed. So I like to add a little lime into the Dark and Stormy to help balance the sweetness of the ginger beer. All right, so we're gonna add some ice.
All right. Smells like summer.
So crushed ice is also nice in Rum Swizzle to help get it nice and cold. Okay. And then we're gonna add our swizzle stick, our paper straw, and I'm gonna give you a nice little lime wheel for a garnish.
It's after 5 o'clock, I promise.
All right, Jasmine, there you go.
Thank
Bermuda Rum
you.
Swizzle. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, I'm just take a little sip. This tastes amazing.
Delicious.
Thank you, Andrew.
My pleasure.
Much appreciated. And while we enjoy this drink, I have 5 winners to announce that we're going to get 5 Bermuda bags that include Gosling's rum in them. So let's see who those 5 winners are. We have Karen Benedito from Constellation Brands, Lindsay Harris from Dollar Tree Services, Monica Olis from iHeartMedia, Scott Rito from Kilroy Realty Corporation, and last, Tanya Diedrich from H&R Reed. Thank you so much. You should be getting your packages and we will be in touch. Now we're going to turn it over to CEO of Bermuda Business Development Agency, Andy Barrows, where he's going to announce the winner of the Bermuda trip.
Thank you, Jasmine. It is my pleasure to be here with you today. As you have heard, Bermuda continues to do what it does best. We remain at the forefront of providing innovative solutions to increasingly complex risks. Bermuda is open for business, and we are open to visitors and remote workers. So should the winner of this trip choose to extend their stay, as many have, they can do so for a full year while working remotely. In fact, everyone is welcome to apply online for the Work for Bermuda certificate. We have selected a name from the list of RIMS attendees, and the winner is Juanita Banks,
of American Transmission Company. Congratulations, Vanita. We look forward to welcoming you to Bermuda. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy, and congratulations to the winner. And Andrew, before we sign off, I just want to thank you for your time. Thank you for, making me this amazing drink.
My pleasure.
But also taking us through the history of Rum Swizzle and also Dark and Stormy.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. And so before we sign off to have this amazing Bermudian performance, another tradition, I want to thank you all for joining us and coming today. I want you to remember that we have a Bermuda educational session that we'll be having on April 22nd at 2 p.m. ADT. Please tune in. It's about the Bermuda liability sector. And also, if you have any information that you'd like to find out about the Bermuda Business Development Agency, please log on to bda.bm where all the information is there. We are so sorry that we couldn't be with you in person, but we thought that this would be a great way to bring you a piece of Bermuda, and we hope you enjoyed this networking break. Have a great day.